Hey guys, so in today's video, what I want to do is test the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 against the Sony A6700. And I want to do this outside now because the last comparison that we did was inside. And this doesn't do very well inside anyway, so I thought it would be a fair comparison to do this outside and inside if we're going to compare them at all. So here I am recording on the DJI mic, the DJI Osmo Pocket 2 using the DJI mic. And yeah, I just want to kind of compare this and the Sony A6700 when we're outdoors, because I've done the comparison of indoors and I feel like it's an unfair comparison to do with this camera because this doesn't do very well indoors anyway, and that's the whole reason why I got the Sony A6700. So we're going to compare them and see how they do outside. See if the Osmo Pocket 3 can redeem himself. And yeah, let's just get to it. Now here we are, we're going on the A6700. What I've done is I'm not going to connect the mic to this camera because I like the audio on this camera without the mic connected to it, and I just want you guys to have a little feel of what the audio feels like straight off the camera. I'm going to do the same as well with the Osmo Pocket 3. This camera, the one thing I have learned is when you're outside, put it on the creative look. I think it's creative look. Put it on the creative one, not the picture profile, because I brought this out, put it on picture profile 4, which I recorded in the house, and yeah, it was a bit too unusable straight out of the camera. It looks a lot different on the screen to what it does when you put it into the computer, because it's like a little bit of a log profile, but just a heads up there. So this is it now on standard steady shot. This is what it looks like when it's handheld and you were walking. I'm shooting on the Sigma 16mm at f1.4, aperture priority mode, and ISO is on auto as well. The white balance is set to 800 Kelvin, and this is what it looks like on standard shot. Now here we are on active steady shot. So as you can see, it does crop into the face quite a bit. So if that's a problem for some people, then yeah, just a heads up. With me, it doesn't really actually bother me that much. I actually kind of prefer it when it's a little bit more zoomed in. Maybe I should have bought like a 30 mil rather than a 16, but this is perfect for me and I like it. So this is what it looks like in active steady shot compared to standard steady shot. Honestly, I haven't seen that much of a crazy difference. I don't know if it's because I'm using a lens without stabilization, but my camera has in-body stabilization, so I don't know. If someone can answer that question, that would be great. But yeah, this is what it looks like on active steady shot. Now here we are using the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. This is now without any active steady shot because we don't need it. We have the gimbal built into the top, which is a great little companion for this. Sorry, I'm just walking and I'm going for shade and everything. So, but yeah, this is what it sounds like as well with the mic, the DJI mic not connected to it. I think they both sound really great. I think I do prefer the sound of the Sony. Maybe that's just because it's a new gadget and everything, you know, and I'm giving it props and everything, but I do still love this camera. I don't want like my last video to be like, oh yeah, the DJI Pocket 3 is shit, don't get it, blah blah blah, because that's not the case at all. It's just not great for what I needed to use it for at the time, because I wanted to do a lot of talking head stuff and it just got in the way. It is a lot of wind, so yeah, we're going to do a little bit more comparisons, like close-ups and stuff, and see how it looks and take some photos, and you're going to come along with me. Here, Kim! she's so beautiful. Yes, she is. So yeah, surprisingly, looking back at the footage, I actually way prefer the footage coming straight out of the DJI Pocket 3. I don't know though if this is just a setting that I am doing wrong on this camera. This is pretty much the first time that I'm using it outdoors. Like I said in the video, I did put it on picture profile beforehand and it just was not usable. So then I put it on the creative look and I just put it on standard. So if someone can tell me the reason why the footage on the A6700 outside is not as good as the Sony, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, please drop that down in the comments, because I'm probably most definitely doing something wrong there. But I was very impressed to see how well this held up. I still don't like the way that this looks with my face, or like on my face, like the whole way that it makes my face look all quite white, almost like cartoony. But apart from that, this is a really, really great camera to be using for like B-roll or just getting some quick snaps and everything of out and about. It's very easy sometimes to correct the color though on this if you do it in normal 10-bit. D-Log M, some people find it really easy. I just can't work with that. It really stresses me out. But yeah, how do you think of the footage was? That I think that the footage of the mountains anyway looks a lot better from this. But then again, it could just be something that I'm doing wrong with this camera. I have played around with a couple of the different settings. I put it on full auto. I don't like the way it looks on full auto, so I put it then onto program auto, which I didn't actually like the look of that either, so I kept it then on aperture priority, because then I can still mess with my ISO and everything. So yeah, I think that I'm definitely doing something wrong with this camera when it's outside, but I'm very happy with the footage that comes straight from this. So yeah, I think the reason why I ended up going for the Sony A6700 was because it's a hybrid shooter. So I wanted one for video and also photos, because I miss doing that. So for some of you that might not know, I did photography in college. So I'm just taking a corner and I'm with Kyra, so I'm just making sure there's no dogs around. And yeah, I did photography in college, so I thought that it would make sense to get a hybrid camera rather than going for something like the Sony ZV-10. Which that's a great camera, you can still do great things with it, but I just wanted the viewfinder was very important to me. Not that I use it that much on this camera because the actual screen is great, but I do use it, so it does come in very handy, and that was a complete seller for me. Also as well, it's just nice to have a physical camera to hold again, and to like be able to take photos and stuff, because that was the one thing the Pocket 3 could not do. It could not take photos very well. So there's that. I'm very happy with this camera, and yeah, let me just show you guys, because I've got this, the aperture is completely as open as it can, so I've got a beautiful background blur as you can see there, and then when I open this up it will separate that, but you don't want to open it too much because it'll make you look a little bit weird. So usually when I'm out and about, I usually keep it on between 2, but I've had it the whole time on 1.4, just because I just want to see what it looks like, because I don't use it on 1.4 when I'm out doing vlogging. So yeah, but this is the usual thing that I would use it for. Let me just correct my white balance. There we go. So yeah, what do you guys think? The one thing that I will say, if you are going to get this for like a vlogging camera and you do pair it with the Sigma 16 f1.4 lens, holding it like this for quite a while, my arm is hurting, man. So just bear that in mind. I feel like the Pocket 3 will always be the champion for like outdoors and quick, because it's very light as well. I'm just gonna grab it by the lens. It's fine. Nope, that doesn't work either. So yeah, definitely take that into consideration, that it will be heavier. So I'm going to do is see if I can do a side by side of both of these cameras together. Just walking like this. So I've got my Pocket 3 on top of the Sony A6700, and this is what it looks like. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I covered everything. I'm very happy that the Pocket 3 still holds its own and it still is a little beast, even though there's little knickknacks that I don't like about it. There's things that this camera can do that this one just can't do, and there's things that this camera can do that this will never be able to do. You know, so I hope this video was helpful for some of you watching. And yeah, if you do have the Pocket 3 and you're looking to get the Sony A6700, this is the type of footage that you get indoors, and obviously you've seen the footage outdoors. I don't know if I have got something on a setting wrong, so I'm gonna look into it. And if any of you guys could jot down in the comments to be like why maybe the footage is a little bit more flat, I guess, than the Pocket 3, because it's definitely something that I'm doing, I feel like. So if any of you got answers for that, please jot it down and I'd really, really appreciate that. But yeah, that's it for this video, and I will see you guys next time.